Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles, your season starts now. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal. Meeting your season goal gives high rewards, but does come with risk. Make sure your squad's ready to fire on all cylinders by prepping this week's game plan. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. First and 10, here's Breeze. And his first pass is incomplete. Ten yards still left on second down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And the defense... just for one more stop here after the run on second down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Flush to his... and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Anthony Barr coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game. But you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending.
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 27 yards, and the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. And this is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Got it, Jack! Like 50, like 50. Switch. Straight. Here we go. 95, 56. Under 10, 10.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
I know one thing, Brandon. This was a very difficult defense to throw the ball against in 2016. What were they, 3rd in the league in pass defense?
Yeah, these receivers are going to have to be sharp with their routes in this one.
Yeah, because they're going to show them a lot of change-ups in the secondary, and they have a good pass rush.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They do go for it. It's Breeze.
Kick your season off by starting your first game. Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels. NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Tonight, we'll have the final 2 games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Leading him out, one of the all-time greats. Hard to believe in his 17th season now, Drew Brees.
His numbers are big time, but what really impresses me about Drew Brees, his consistency. 37 touchdown passes in 2016. His 9th consecutive season with 30 or more touchdown passes. That's an NFL record. And he moved past Dan Marino last year into 3rd place on the NFL's all-time passing yardage list.
Oh, he's going to take a shot, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 76 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner and #1 overall pick from Oklahoma. It's Sam Bradford.
A lot will be made of his accuracy and the completion record he set in 2016, where he completed 71.6% of his passes. But it doesn't surprise me at all. That's always been the #1 part of Sam Bradford's game coming out of Oklahoma. His ability to deliver the ball accurately, on time, and leave his receivers in a great position.
On 2nd down, Bradford again. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford has lost it.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, wide open, complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Ouch, could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way, like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
3rd and long for Bradford. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Mike 50. Sammy.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. Led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll fake to Peterson, and now Breeze. He lets it go deep for Fleener. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
They'll try and throw for it here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh,
and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Working out of the gun, Bradford. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Well, it's not unusual to know that Kai Forbath has kicked for multiple NFL teams, right? Washington, New Orleans. They took over the Vikings job when Blair Walsh ended his tenure there when he was struggling. How about his start with the Vikings, though? Made 15 straight.
Yeah, he took over in Week 10, and you're right, hit every field goal the rest of the season. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Minnesota head coach Mike Zimmer made his reputation as a defensive coordinator in this league, and that did not change in 2016. His team finished 3rd overall in total defense, and despite many injuries, kept his team in the playoff hunt throughout the season.
The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. He's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion. Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Off the play fake to Peterson. Here's Breeze to throw. And it's caught. Kobe Fleener. And he's brought down. Breeze finding Fleener for New Orleans first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Breeze now. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here's Breeze to throw. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
And he comes back with one complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Breeze now to throw. And he'll go down at the 28. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. So they've gone for it twice, and now out comes Minnesota. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about it.
Murray fighting, lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Bradford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Ginn. And shedding through the tackle. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. On 1st down, Breeze. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
Oh, everybody can hear my smile on that play.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Perry Riley coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Sherrills to return it. So we played a corner here on the opening Monday night of the new season. It's a close game here early on. We're back to Minneapolis in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But one thing you can never accuse Ted Ginn of is not doing his homework. He said that Drew Brees playing with him, that's the type of quarterback that can extend your career. A smart move on his part.
That's why he signed with New Orleans, and he's had a good career as it is. A lot of the good years with Carolina, but 11 seasons for Ted Ginn.
And still an amazing deep ball threat.
On second down, here's Brees. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
On third down, Mark Ingram. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
You never know where motivation's going to come from. I remember 2016, Mark Ingram fumbled in 2 consecutive games and got benched in the second game, but bounced back to go over 1,000 yards for the season.
Yeah, first time in his 6 NFL years that he's done that, finished with 1,043. Shotgun now for Brees. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Peterson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker Will Lutz for the field goal attempt. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Daniel. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. That was an intriguing call. You got a chip shot field goal. Tight game. Why not just take the 3?
I know that not all the old rules apply in today's NFL, and in fact, I'd love to have an analytics coach here with us right now to say why that was probably a good play. I don't know that even the analytics coach would have said that. That seemed like a bad play. Take the points there and move on.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
On second down, Cook. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 16 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Now it's Ginn. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly to send it.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. A first down throw for Bradford. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Vikings on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. It's brought in by Floyd. A gain of 11 and a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Bradford hands to Cook on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Bradford, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And some room. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And out now come the Vikings.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Bradford. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now Bradford on second down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Vikings on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. They'll throw again. Bradford. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jarius Wright, 41 yards. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. To return it, Alvin Kamara. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. They've got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. They start the drive with Cook. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports halftime report. The Vikings trail at home at halftime. The Saints will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, the long ball will find its mark here, and this long run goes for a touchdown as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Vikings with possession early in the first. Jordan's going to push his way to the QB here. This will go for a loss of 8. Saints up now by 9. Down to late in the first half. Jordan's going to pop the ball free on the sack. Saints will pick up the loose football and score. The Saints go up by 13. Staying late in the second. The long ball will find its mark here, and he'll go in for the score. trailing now by just a touchdown. And with that, we'll send you back to Minneapolis, where Brandon and Charles are on the call.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Again, it's Cook. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Bradford to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the deep?
He's got a man, complete. That goes for a gain of 31. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Cook getting the handoff for Bradford. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford has lost it, but a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A very solid gain of 27. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are.
It's caught inside the 25. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Offense.
So that erases a game-tying touchdown.
And wouldn't you hate to be the person that committed the foul on that play? Film is not going to be fun for him, but right now, he's got to regroup and continue to play.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's brought down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now, Breeze again. And that's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Oh, that's true. You've said that before. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
They run it again with Cook, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 30. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Now Cook, and he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Forbath out to kick this one away. On the return, the new Saint, Ted Ginn. The Saints offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. Breeze now on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference. Defense.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now Breeze. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 33 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes. Add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny. I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game, and he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Bradford now. And he's going to go down again. Sheldon Rankins in there again to drop him for the 2nd straight play, and it'll be 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. On 1st and 10, Bradford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd down, Bradford again. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long for Bradford. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Desperation time. Bradford on fourth down. He's got Floyd on left. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 30 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Minnesota first down. Working out of the gun, Bradford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now a second down throw for Bradford. It's Floyd on the right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Bradford now to throw on first down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the red zone now, Bradford. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. When the Vikings get down this way, they start looking for number 82. Rudolph had 24 targets in the red zone last year, tops in the league.
And that's what you do when you have a tight end who understands how to get open in tight spaces. Gronk knows how to do that. Tyler Eifert does it well in Cincinnati. Kyle Rudolph emulates those guys.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down. Bradford again. And this is going to be intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number 1 is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. They'll fake to Peterson and now Breeze. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
That's really nice coverage there. I'm not sure he would have gotten to the first down marker anyway. But boy, oh boy, did they blanket him.
Yeah, short throw, but he really didn't have many options. Had to force it in. Well, he didn't have to, but he chose to force it in somewhere. Incomplete.
Yeah, now brings up 4th down.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job. Of keeping the toes in bounds there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now Bradford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Second down, Bradford. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 3rd and goal, Bradford. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Forbath to add the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Bree's going to throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball. The tight end, Josh Hill, was the target. And it's 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Breeze to throw again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Breeze to throw for it on fourth. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they have now gone for it on fourth 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game, and there's a good percentage that says go for it. You will actually make a good percentage. In this case, the analytics just went right out the window. 0 for 4. They've got to start looking at things in a different way.
A second down throw for Bradford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A first NFL pick by the rookie Marshawn Lattimore. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Saints, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll return home next